I'm going to teach you some dance moves. All right, here's one. You have to make that noise. And then here's another one. See this? That doesn't really look like, this doesn't look like a dance move, but this, oh, now we're dancing. This is episode 10 of Unintentional ASMR, How to Start a Podcast video series. We're not changing the name. We're not changing the name. The people have spoken. I appreciate it. I appreciate your comments. I asked for feedback. You guys were terrific. I got some great ideas. One suggestion was to have a secret meaning for ASMR. So for all of you who are coming on here and saying this isn't ASMR, how do you even know what kind of ASMR I'm talking about? All right? Maybe I'm talking about something else, like always sending my regards. Thank you to one of my viewers for that great idea. She's hired. I told her she's hired. If you would like to come and work for me, there's not a lot of pay yet. And by not a lot, I mean like none. But for sure, I'll have you on the team. You can be on the team. And when the shirts come out, you get one for free. And as the team grows, you'll be one of the original team members. ASMR today stands for Always Sending My Regards. So for those of you who are listening, you're like, this isn't ASMR. Well, how do you know I'm sending my regards? Just like that. Just like, that's how you send regards. You tip your hat. Oh, look what I did. Is that more sultry like that? You can wear this a lot of different ways. Like you can wear it like this. Like now I'm a gangsta. I did just start a Patreon at the request of one of my TikToker fans. And now I have one Patreon. You know, this is how everything starts, with one. How did they start building the pyramids? With one block and like 1 million slaves. So it's not a perfect formula. I know I look fantastic. I haven't actually checked it in the camera yet. I mean, I can see myself, but I don't know how it's going to look once I put it up here and how it's going to look on YouTube, but this is what I'm wearing. So if it looks stupid, then I'll look stupid. Wouldn't be the first time. I put out the idea, should I wear costumes? And someone said, sure, wear a costume. And I was like, okay. There we go. It's decided. One person gets a vote. Because this is America. If you vote, that's one vote. And if no one voted against you, guess what? You won. So there we go. Costumes. I am dressed as, can you guess? She's all over the news. All the time. It's your favorite. I can't really say mine because I don't know a lot of her songs. I would love to do some of her songs in today's podcast video series, How to Do One, ASMR, but I don't know a lot of her songs. I know this one. Oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I know that one. I also know You're a Womanizer. You womanizer, 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 womanizer. You're toxic womanizer. I don't know a lot of Britney Spears, but I'm sure I'll be hearing more about her because I read that Britney, the musical, is coming, which is exciting. There are a lot of Britney sympathizers out there, and so am I. I'm a Britney sympathizer, and I don't even know the whole story, but for sure, I don't understand why she's still under the conservatorship of her father, because she is a grown woman. So that concerns me. I think she's probably perfectly capable of making her own decisions at this point. Now, I'm not up, like I said, on the whole story, but I can't wait for the musical because it's probably going to explain a lot. When I see it, though, I want to see the original Broadway cast, and by that I mean Britney. Britney Spears could probably audition for her own Broadway musical, and then the movie that they make of the Broadway musical, she could probably audition for both of those and not get cast. They'd be like, she's not quite right. Oh, there's my lizard. Oh. You guys, if you watched the last one, you saw a picture of him. I told you he lost his tail, but he's out there doing push-ups. Maybe he's doing them for me right now. Maybe he's got a thing for Britney Spears, and he's like, I think that's Britney Spears. She's changed her hair. Maybe he's not doing push-ups. Maybe he's dancing. Oops, I did it again. I don't know the words or how the song goes, but I can go like this. Did it again. What was my idea? I'm a gangster. I work for the mob. I'm Italian, so I could do that. I work for the mob, but nobody suspects me because by night, day, I'm a cabaret artist. I should probably play the boss because I'm older and wiser, and bosses are old and wise. In fact, I own a little cabaret and I perform there, kind of like that show with Christina Aguilera and Cher. So I'm going to be like Cher in that movie. I'm going to own the place, but it's a cover for my gambling operation and other illegal activities. I like it. Most of you said in your comments that I should do whatever I want. And I think that that is very wise of all of you. Of course, that's the right answer. But isn't it interesting how hard it is for us to believe that at times? And I'm not saying just for me. I'm saying that from me to you, the same advice that you gave me, I give you in return. And so if you're ever wondering what you should be doing, I would say the same thing to you. I would say do what you want and make sure that you enjoy it. And then you'll be fine. I'm going to share this with you. It's from Dalai Lama. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. That was Dalai Lama, the 14th. You may not know this, but Dalai Lamas are like popes. After one, there's another one who gets it. And so I was looking up, like, how do they get to be the next Dalai Lama? And I read the Dalai Lama chooses the next body he wants to go into. And then whatever that body is, that makes itself apparent. And so that's how Dalai Lamas are chosen, not by a panel of priests, like they are in the Catholic Church, the Pope, but by the Dalai Lama himself choosing where he's going to go next. And that's an interesting idea about reincarnation. If you could be reincarnated, what would you come back as? I may come back as a cabaret artist because I like the clothes. If you go back and you watch my first video, how to do a podcast, Unintentional ASMR video series, the first one of this series, you'll notice quite a difference between where I was then and where I am now. And the main difference is now I have a hat on. Maybe I'm emerging as something I've always wanted to be. I do have a cabaret show that I have done at times. I'm going to reimagine it, maybe inspired by Britney Spears, but for sure by this hat. So if you could come back as anything, this idea of reincarnation, what would you come back as? But do you get to choose? That's the question. So I looked that up, and it turns out Buddhists believe that you do choose, but you don't get to choose like, oh, I want to come back as Britney Spears. You don't choose like that. You choose simply by your actions. So if you were a bitch your whole life, then when you die, you might come back as a female dog, because that's a bitch. If you're being a rat to people all day long, you may come back as a rat. So don't be a rat, and also don't be a bitch. The only thing I don't understand about reincarnation is that there's a lot of people who have unfortunate lives in this world. They struggle for food, or they struggle in parts of the world that have very difficult situations. Did they ask for that in a previous life? I kind of find that difficult to believe. So there we go. Be a good person, because if you're not, what kind of energy are you putting into the world? Got to do some pictures. That's jazz hands. I think that's the one we'll use. I think we're on to something. Costumes. I love it. ASMR means whatever I want it to mean. And it's going to change every week, because that's my prerogative. This week, it means always sending my regards. But next week, who knows? Thanks for watching.